Hey there, my people. I wanted to bring to you a look at a very, very good school in Boston, Massachusetts. Its name is Mission Hill. When you think about public education in America, what do you see? Our ability to see schools clearly is shaped by two things: our own experiences as students and the stories we tell each other about teaching and learning. This is a problem and an opportunity because our stories shape what we see. The stories of 2012 were about three things: content, conflict, and catastrophe. What will the stories of this year, 2013, be, and who gets to decide? What if educators were more active in telling their own stories? What if we started to see public education through a more hopeful, solution-oriented lens? This is the story of Mission Hill.
All of us know what it feels like to go to school. Some of us know what it feels like to go to a great school, taking pleasure in the camaraderie of friends, the guidance of a mentor, the satisfaction of learning. But almost none of us understand what it takes to make a school great and how to sustain that greatness over time. What would happen if more people knew how to create such places for children? What would they teach us? And how would our understanding of public education need to change? In August 2011, filmmakers Amy and Tom Valens set out to explore some of those questions by spending a year at Mission Hill School, a remarkable public school in Boston. Their goal was to capture great teaching as it happens, and to investigate how this school did it and what it took.
Everyone has value. That's reflected in the physical environment and how people treat one another. It just sounds so basic.
I think the two things that spring to mind is real freedom and autonomy to work in our classrooms with groups of children and individual children.
Welcome.
We do so well here responding to individual children. And I think many schools just don't feel like they can do that. It takes more time.
Do you have any advice for other kids who are trying to work things out with somebody they don't like?
You could try to play with
What we are setting out to do is not rare, but that the environment supports what we set out to do. That's what seems to be rare these days anyway.
I'm going to recommend that we all, K through 8, during that first...
It doesn't matter what curriculum your school follows, whether it's a very traditional school, whether it's a very progressive school. The idea is that the members of the school are making some decisions and are talking about the things that are most important to them.
So this is 6th grade. Hey guys, we just wanted to say hi. So this is a big kids classroom.
He's in 6th grade.
That's right.
And my
You have
sister
your-
used to be in here, and now she's in 7th grade.
That's right.
And he's in 6th grade.
Remember when you guys were this small?
The school's mission statement says that the task of public education is to help parents raise youngsters who will maintain and nurture the best habits of a democratic society. Democracy requires citizens with the capacity to step into the shoes of others, to sift and weigh alternatives, to listen respectfully to other viewpoints with the possibility in mind that we each have something to learn from others. What if every school used our founding principles as a nation as their design principles for learning? How would our schools need to change? And what would we unleash as a result?
Powerful thinking should be going on by the adults who keep company with the kids. I think we have lost the notion that a democratic society depends upon people who have that sense of freedom, to have wonderful ideas, to come up with something different.
Everyone knows what it feels like to go to school. Want to know what it feels like to go to a great school? Tune in over the coming months for A Year at Mission Hill, a 10-part journey looking at 1 year of a school's challenges and opportunities in the midst of the larger struggles facing American public education. Once you do, you'll never see public education the same way again.
Since the 1980s, school systems all over the United States have knuckled down to improve the quality of the education and the environment they provide. Those who have success stories, like Mission Hills, attribute their progress to various factors. The point of this presentation is to acknowledge the self-determination of the Boston residents. They have exhibited immense pride in the development of Boston's youth. In fact, they are not alone. If you would like to explore further, watch A Day in the Life of a Typical American School District. 1 day, 50 films, 50 people in a racially and economically diverse community in Southern California. Read Fires in the Mind. What does it take to get really good at something? Getting good is how kids refer to the journey toward mastery. But when it comes to school, the light often goes out of their eyes. Listen. What's the Big Idea? A conversation between Josh Starr and Sam Chaltain. In this podcast, Montgomery County Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Josh Starr and Chris Lloyd, teacher and vice president of the Montgomery County Education Association, discuss everything from student evaluation to the growth of unschooling with education activist Sam Chaltain. And do share your most powerful learning story. Everyone has a powerful learning story, a moment when we discovered something essential about ourselves and the larger world. What's your story? And what can it tell us about the ideal environments we should be creating for our children and each other? Tune in next time for Chapter 2 of A Year at Mission Hill.